Hello, welcome to another video in the JavaScript series. In this video, we're going to learn about the differences between var, let, and const, and uh, where do we need to use them. Let's see. So, in JavaScript, we usually declare variables using var, let, and const. So let me see if I declare a variable here var. Let's say my number equal to 3. So this is called variable declaration. I'm declaring the variable. This is a variable of type var. So this is the variable declaration, and I'm assigning it an initial value 3. That's I'm declaring the variable and initializing it at the same time. So I can do this type of thing with var type of variables. So if I declare some other variable, if I declare the same variable again, let's say var my is equal to 6. As you can see, I can declare the number twice or thrice or any number of times in my code. Let me console this variable. Let me log it. Console log my number over here, and below this second declaration console.log, say my number. If I save it, you can see it's logging 3 first and 6 and then 6. So that means if I'm using a var type of variable, I can redeclare the variable. Please note, this is a declaration when I use the keyword var in front of the variable name. So I'm declaring the variable. So here I'm redeclaring the variable. I'm declaring the same variable once again, var with a keyword var. So in case of let me declare a variable number 2 equals 2. So if I try to redeclare the same variable number 2 equals 5, this will throw an error. If I save it, it will throw an error. Identifier number 2 has already been declared. So if I have declared a variable using a let keyword, I cannot redeclare it. So in case of var, I can redeclare the variables. In case of let, I cannot. So let's see in case of const num3 equals 3. If I try to redeclare it, const num3 equal to 4, let's say, this is throwing an error. So in case of let and const, I cannot redeclare the variables, but in case of var, I can redeclare the variable. So let me erase these. So in case of var, let me declare a variable num1. I'm giving it a variable 1. I can declare the variable without initializing as well. So if you see var num, you can see it's not throwing any error. Now I can redeclare it var num1 equal to 2. No errors, it's working fine. If I log num1, you can see it's logging 2. So this is the declaration. This is declaration and initialization. So if I erase this, if I now give it num1 equals 2, so this is initialization. So In the first line, I'm declaring the variable, only declaring the variable. In the second line, I'm initializing the variable. Now if I say num1 is equal to 3, so this is reassigning a value, reassigning. This is declaration. This is declaration. This is initialization. This is initialization. This is reassignment. So in case of I can also put a redeclaration as well here. Num1 is equal to 5, let's say. So this is declaration, this is redeclaration, and initialization. Okay, I can cut this and put it here. Declaration, redeclaration, and initialization. This is reassignment. So this number had a value in it that was 5. Now I'm reassigning it to reassigning a value of 3 to it. So this is reassignment. So let's just do these kinds of things. But in case of let me see. If I have a let variable, let num1, I can declare it, no errors. I can initialize it separately. Num1 equals 2, no errors. You can see I can log it as well. Log. So it's working fine. It's logging 2. I cannot redeclare it as we saw earlier. Num1 equal to 5. I cannot. This will throw me an error. So redeclaration, I cannot do it for let and const. For var, I can do declaration, initialization, redeclaration, reassignment. So for let, I can do declaration, initialization. I can do reassignment. So I can say num1 is equal to 5. Now num1 contains the value of 5. You can see. If I copy this, paste it here. Initially the value inside num1 was 2. Now it's 5. After this line, it's 5. So I cannot redeclare, but I can reassign. But in case of const, let's see. If I have a const variable of, let's say, num1, if I'm declaring it, I cannot declare a num variable, a const variable, without initialization. If I'm declaring a const variable, I need to initialize it in the same line. So num1 equal to 5. Now I'm not getting any errors. So it's because I'm initializing it as well. If I'm not initializing it, if I am declaring it without assigning it a value, it will throw me an error. So in case of const, we cannot declare without initialization. We need to declare and initialize the variable at the same time. So it's not throwing an error. So for I cannot redeclare the const as well. As we saw earlier, I cannot redeclare it. Const num1 is equal to 6. This is going to throw an error. So as you can see, identifier num1 has already been declared. So I cannot declare it. So now if I try to reassign it, num1 is equal to 6. I cannot reassign it as well. So for In case of let me make this bigger. Okay, so in case of var, we can declare declare plus initialize, redeclare, reassign, but this is var. This is in case of let. We can declare it, only declare it without initialization. Then initialize. Here we can as well initialize separately, or we can declare or declare and initialize. Redeclare, we cannot redeclare. We can reassign, but in case of const, we cannot declare. We need to declare plus initialize. Declare plus initialize. We cannot reassign. This is all about var, let, and const in terms of declaration, assignment, redeclaration, and all of that. There are a few more differences between these three variables that we will learn in the future videos. So that's it for this video.